Welcome back to TheChowTimePod. It's your host, Red. Got a video today for modern dating here. Please like, comment, subscribe down below. I really appreciate that. Let's get that chow. It's chow time.
It is true. Now you mad because you caught up. Big sick. Big sick. She's sick. She's sick. You got this nigga in this house right now.
Look, I told you. I told you.
Told me what?
He was coming home, and
You never said anything.
I said one thing, but I mean, now the truth is he's coming home.
So why didn't you just be honest from the... See, this is the shit that I be talking about out here. There's women out here, grown women. Grown. You talking about helping you? So why would you do some fucked up shit like that?
I'm really sorry.
I paid the bills here, and you got another in this house?
But he came home. I don't know what else to do. What do you? He came home. I don't know what else to do. What do you?
What does she mean by he came home?
Like, it's not his house. What the fuck? Did you just get with this man just to have a house so you can bring your Ray Ray and Pookie over when he got out of whatever he was? Like, is this what's going on right now?
Apparently, he was paying the bills for the guy in jail.
Ah, it was. So I was completely... Oh, my... Oh my God, these women.
His services are no longer needed.
What was all that bullshit you was talking about building and growing and all that shit?
I really planned on doing that. But
Planned on doing what?
Like
Planned on lying?
He came out of jail. He has.
I've been taking care of his child.
He has nowhere to stay. I don't look.
Again, you know, this whole single mother thing with Cooley and, you know, the No Fugazi podcast has really put men on edge about this subject. Just stay away. Do the best you can to find a woman that doesn't have kids, especially if you're a man that doesn't have kids. But if you're a man with kids, I think it's actually good that you're going to be with a woman with kids. I don't think there's anything wrong with that either. So I think Cooley himself, being a man with his own kid, getting with a single mother, there was nothing wrong with that in a sense. The only thing that was wrong was that's how he portrayed single mothers as being very, you know, useless and don't qualify for a high tier man like himself, right? That's the whole hypocrisy part of things. There's nothing wrong with him doing it. It's when he's speaking against it so harshly and so harshly to these women when he actually got with one himself, right? And this right here is a prime example of why most of us in this space tell you should probably stay away.
He has nowhere to stay. I don't.
Is she expecting him to feel sorry for the guy who just came out of prison? He needs to sort his life out, and it's not his concern. If he doesn't have a place to stay, he should have called his family member, not her.
I don't give a fuck about him. I don't care about that. You knew, so why'd you even deal with me in the first place?
I really wanted it to work.
You crazy.
No, See, this is the problem, guys. She really wanted it to work. No, she's using you for your resources because you're the provider and you have the money. This is the problem with a lot of single mothers. Again, not all, but many of them are just looking for someone to take care of them. They're not looking for a true, you know, to be a helpmate in any way, shape, or form.
You crazy? I'm not trying to hit none of that. I've been taking care of Talia since she was 3. Since she was 3. This ain't did shit for you. I pay all the bills here.
But he's home now. He said he's gonna get a job and everything.
I don't give a fuck about that. Bro, what is you talking about? Like,
it's nothing that I
really? What you tell him come outside?
Look, can you come?
Tell him come outside. Tell him come outside.
Okay,
I don't even want to. I don't want to do no fussing. No. I just want to talk to him as a grown man, so that you can see. Yo, you see the type of woman you dealing with, bro? Do you see the type of woman you dealing with, bro?
I mean, for him, it's okay. Remember, she's in love with him. She's taking your resources and giving it to him. I mean, he's not going to be too upset about it in a sense, in my opinion.
Not that. It's really,
look at this.
Look,
do you see the type of...
Don't we appreciate everything?
Appreciate what? Type of...
Don't we appreciate everything?
Appreciate what?
He doesn't care whether they appreciate what he did. She should be honest with him from the start. That would be a lot better.
Bro, you're a grown-ass man in another house that he's paying bills for. You just came home. Get on your shit before messing with a female like this, bro. Some bird-ass shit like this, man. I've been...
The man's not even leaving your house. I think there's going to be cops involved with this one.
And, bro, I don't know what she been telling you. I've been paying the bills here, bro. I've been taking care of your daughter. All that dumbass shit, every time you was calling her from the jail, bro, I was in the bed with her, bro. The entire time. What you mean? It is true. Now you mad because you caught up. Big sick. Big sick. She's sick. She's sick. What you mean it don't got nothing to do with you, bro? Yeah, I want my stuff. I want everything. To be honest, I really want you out the house. But you lucky this shit in your name. But I've been paying you.
You put the house in her name, bro? Bro. Again, guys, vet these women carefully and years on end. Again, this is probably my biggest thing that I go against Godfather. Godfather said about 3 to 6 months, you'll know if you want to marry someone. No, guys. You'll know if you want to marry them. I agree with that. Does not mean you should marry them in any way, shape, or form in that time zone. You need to vet them in 3, 4, 5 years worth of vetting, or else you're gonna end up similar boat to this gentleman.
Bro, get my shit, bro. You's a bird, bro. Get my shit, bro. Get my shit, bro. I don't care about none of that. Go get my shit.
Both of them are about to be homeless.
Yep.
She ain't paying no bills. Inmate ain't got no job. How long is that gonna last? Cancel everything that's in your name and learn. Bro, you played yourself. Why are you paying a girlfriend's bills?
True.
It's hard to find someone you can trust. Send him over here. He ain't gonna never have to worry about a damn thing like this. Leave everything and walk away. Find you another.
I paid the bills here and you got another in this house?
But he came home. I don't know what else to do. What do you...
Was he just holding the other guy's place while he was in jail?
Pretty much.
If that was the case, this is something she should have disclosed, and I know he wouldn't be entertaining this relationship if he knew the truth. Nobody wants to be in a position where they are placeholders. She should have been honest from the start, as it would have...
And she's not even that wonderful looking, tell you the truth. She's a bit of a bigger girl.
Given him the opportunity of choice.
I don't care about that.
She ain't no baddie.
So why'd you even deal with me in the first place?
What point was she trying to make? The fact that she knew her daughter's father before him doesn't imply that he gets priority treatment anytime he is around. She took him back because she wanted to, not because she met him first.
This ain't did shit for you. I pay all the bills
But
here.
he's home now. He said he's gonna get a job and everything.
At least she was honest on this part. Now he knows what position he was holding in that relationship. She just needed someone to pay the bills while her ex was in jail.
Pretty much.
Therefore, his services are no longer needed, and this is something he will need to accept. Hopefully, he will learn from that experience and make a better decision next time he decides to get into a relationship with another person. But he will have to do a better job when it comes to reading his partner's motives.
I don't want to do no fussing, no. I just want to talk to him as a grown man so that you can see, yo, you see the type of woman you dealing with, bro? Do you see the type of woman you dealing with, bro?
Again, why would he care? She's taking all of your resources and giving it to him. He's perfectly happy with that.
At this point, I think it's pointless to waste his time trying to explain what he did for his daughter because he knows it, so there is no need for further explanation. As a man, he is well aware that this is not right, as he also wouldn't be happy to be a placeholder.
How you feel about girls that be trying to ruin happy homes?
I'm not gonna lie, like I got a couple niggas who I fuck with that are in relationships, and I think for me, I just came to a place of not giving a fuck. But as far as them, they know what they be doing. If they really fuck with they gonna be solid.
So you're the side chick?
Nope. I don't clarify as that.
You know what?
I don't clarify as that. Stop changing words around, you freaking whores. Just because it's not something you want to identify as doesn't mean you are not that.
I was gonna be an asshole, but I'm an asshole myself.
I have, dealt with a guy who was in a relationship.
You was just vibing.
Vibing, exactly.
In the cut with my twin, we be vibing.
The only person that can ruin a happy home is the person in the relationship. She thought she was safe.
I can say yes, true, but doesn't mean there aren't home wreckers that purposely go into your home to wreck it. I've seen it. I've experienced it personally through my own family. So, yes, it takes two to tango.
Saying something astonishing. Many women say this, and then when they get a man of their own, it's a different story.
Yep.
That's why she can only ever say, I have a few guys, instead of I have a great guy. It's not her job to respect the relationship, but it's her job to respect herself. I'm not understanding why she just can't go get her own.
Yep.
It's easy
Because she can't.
to make those statements when you are still on the girlfriend's side. Wait until she is on the wife's side and her opinion will change completely. At that point, she will no longer believe that this is not her business.
You ever been cheated on?
When I left for Iraq, the female told the dude that I died in combat. What? So when I came back, he was in my house.
And what'd you do to him?
This is like our third time seeing this clip, and I'm going to keep playing this clip because our brothers in the army, in our services, are just getting wrecked. And it's sad to see and hear. It breaks my freaking heart.
He was on my side. He was like, what the fuck? And then from there, we put her out together.
You put her out together.
And that's why I love this story, because the gentleman became bros with this guy, and that's how it should be.
Yeah, he helped me to kick all our shit out. We went to the bar, had a drink, because he lost his brother in combat, actually. From there, we ended up being
Homies.
friends.
This is the best homie story I've ever heard.
Exactly.
She lied that
That's
her
why I
man
love
died
this
in
story.
combat to a man who actually lost his brother that way. Those military stories are always crazy.
Always.
Why does it seem like it's the guy standing there? It's the wholesome ending we
It does feel that way. It's the guy standing next to him.
didn't expect. From a bad situation to a beautiful ending.
Brotherhood.
Brotherhood. The way the guy next to him was smiling, I think he was the guy who helped him in that situation. This is a true example of brotherhood. She might not know it, but her behavior was a good thing in that sense. Many similar situations have a sad end, where things get pretty ugly quickly, but if they were mature like the guys in this case, things would have ended differently. This is why maturity makes a lot of difference when it comes to challenging situations. Especially the guy who was cheated on. Imagine having a partner who lies that you die in combat so she can start a new adventure with another person. That is a hard pill to swallow, but he was mature enough to handle that situation correctly. He was the one who won.
Gentlemen, would you rather date a girl with a low body count but has cheated on her boyfriends, or a girl with a higher body count that has never cheated on her boyfriends?
Oh, jeez. Never cheated. High body count. Cheated. Low body count. For the sake of the argument, I'm going to have to go with loyalty over high body count on this one. But high body count is indicative of somewhat of loyalty also. So it's very contradicting. But I'm going to go with high body count, but I know she's completely loyal.
Because I think the answer is going to tell you a lot about what you prioritize in relationships. Drop the answer in the comments below.
Hard pass on both.
Yeah, I would pass on both, but just for the sake of the argument, loyalty is probably going to be more important, but I probably would not go with a woman with a high body count.
Higher body count and never cheated?
That's what I'm saying. That's exactly the thought process in my head. High body count, but never cheated? Is that even possible? But for the sake of the hypothetical argument, yeah.
Count is irrelevant to me. It's about who they are as a person currently. They both cheat.
I wouldn't say
She just
about
lies
that.
better about cheating. None of the above. I think higher body count who has never cheated. More experience can't hurt.
Who are saying these things? The only reason I said it is because there's only two choices to pick from. You know, not picking either. It's just kind of copying out of the argument or copying out of the conversation. So, but I don't prescribe myself that, oh, just because they have high body count, they have better experience. Woo, fuck that.
Higher body count. Being cheated on sucks. Neither would fit what I would be looking for.
True.
So it's better to pass on both. That's a good question, but I know for sure most guys will take neither. Both of them are likely to bring further drama to the relationship, and nobody wants to start life with someone who has habits that can negatively affect their union.
100% agree.
Some people were able to have a successful relationship even though they were part of the group she just mentioned, but this is not the majority.
Nope.
With that in mind, it wouldn't be smart to pick any of those options, as both of them aren't conducive to a long-lasting relationship.
Agreed.
If given those options to a guy who is looking for something serious, someone to build a life with, I know for sure that a majority of guys would prefer to stay single for a while until they...
And that would have been my answer, but again, I feel like that's copping out of the conversation, right? The conversation is between two subjects, two answers, and you choosing not to choose either answer is kind of not even having a conversation. And I get where it comes from, because they want to prove that high body count isn't as important as loyalty, but they are really like almost one in the same thing. They're definitely part of each other.
They find someone who doesn't fit into those categories. It's not really smart to get into a relationship knowing that there is a high probability that it won't last long. Those who have dated a lot are more likely to get bored in the relationship. They are more likely to be unsatisfied because they will try to compare their current partner with all of their exes, and there is no way he will be able to win it. Which eventually leads to unfulfillment, and we know how it ends. Also, those who cheated are likely to do it again, because once you are able to do it one time, there is a probability it might happen again. So the options she gave can work, but are not the best.
Yeah.
Welcome to our self-development section. Today we will talk about quitting. Many are giving up right at the point where things would have changed for them if they had the strength and determination to hold on for a few more hours, days, months, or even a year. Sometimes we get impatient, we want to have it now, but this is not how things work. Only God knows when things will happen for us, and it's up to us to keep pushing until that door opens.
Do not quit. You are this close. You are this close to having everything that God has preordained for your life. You are right here. The season you just came out of, that season of that maturation process, that season where you were being tested by trials and tribulations and you had to keep your faith, that season you just came out of, that season was your plane ride to where you're arriving at. That was your bus ride to your purpose. That was your car ride to that blessing, that thing that you foresee you're going to have.
From the moment you understand that everyone who made it also had to wait until that day. They didn't know when it would arrive, but at some point it did. So you will have to use the same strategy. You will have to wait, but make sure you keep working on it. You will need to do your part and the rest will fall into place. At some
Story time. So I was decent in school, and perfect attendance, AP classes, but I always felt inadequate compared to my peers. I was a lot of AP classes. The only AP class I couldn't handle was AP English, because my English is really shitty and it's very hard for me. Plus my dyslexia. I don't want to use it as an excuse or something, but I tend to mix words around a lot when I'm reading and writing, and it just confuses me. But people always, like my counselors and stuff, always said I was going to be somebody. And I never saw it in myself. I never saw this somebody that everybody spoke of. But I was truly amazed that so many people always told me these things. So guess what? I just tried. I just kept trying. I didn't understand why people said you're going to be a somebody. Have you guys ever experienced that? Where people tell you you're going to be a somebody. And it wasn't just one it was a lot of my teachers, my counselors, a lot of the people around me, a lot of the adults around me were telling me this. But me, myself, could not understand. Like, how I saw it is I'm barely okay in math. I'm not the worst. I have AP calculus, but I wasn't like excelling in it or anything. My English is complete trash. I totally admit it. My vocabulary sucks. My spelling skills suck, and my writing skills suck. My storytelling is probably somewhat okay. And I just couldn't see it because I always thought English was so important. Knowing how to write and read was so important. So many great scholars, so many great people were great readers. They read a lot. I can't do that. It's so hard for me to read properly. I can listen, like audiobooks and stuff. I love audiobooks. I love listening. But reading itself was so difficult. It made me not see a path But even though I couldn't see a path, others around me pushed me towards a path, as in, you're going to be somebody. You're going to be somebody. If I'm going to be a somebody and everybody says I'm going to be a somebody, just work towards being a somebody or being something. That's all I did. I failed miserably. I went to college. I went to Cal State Long Beach. No, I went to Cerritos College first and then went to Cal State Long Beach. And I didn't fully graduate because I transferred and then things happened with the gas station and stuff. But even then, I just still couldn't see it, right? And I would have probably given up many times over, but I didn't, because I kept thinking in my head, other people saw it in me. Maybe I don't personally see it, but others, and it wasn't just one, it was multitude of people that keep pushing me to be a somebody, to be good, to be whatever it is, until I'm finally here now. I'm not saying I'm a somebody now, but I am somebody that my family is proud of somewhat now. But then I was before. I make pretty good money. I help people. I help other men and young men to understand the world a little bit. Maybe not everything in the world, but at least when it comes to women and relationships. But I could have given up when mom died, right? I could have been, fuck, woe is me. I can't do anything. I tried my hardest. I couldn't make it. Oh, now my mother passed. I'm for sure a loser and all these things. I could have done that. But the never giving up part was such a big thing. And this is what I say, grit. Grit is innate in successful people. And I say this because successful people fall all the time. It's just them getting themselves back up, brushing off their shoulders, and then moving forward, and then falling again, getting back up, brushing your shoulders, and repeat the cycle until you finally land on something, until you finally make it.
At some point, the door to success will open for you. Nobody can guarantee when, but one day it will. One thing I can guarantee you: if you give up, that door will never open. You will never be able to see the other side, and this is where your dream will end. So don't give up, never quit. This is all for today's video.
It's okay to fail, guys. Some of us fail more than others. Some of us fail more spectacular than others, because it's part of life, failure. But the grit, the not quitting, the I want to keep trying. I want to be somebody. I want to be successful. I want to live a good life. I want these things. If that's innate in you, it's okay. Pick yourself back up, stumble forward, and stay confused. Again, there's Chow Time 2.0. Please give it a sub, and I'll catch you guys next time. Ciao.